validating moment when our heartbeat matches the beat of the universe. And we discover that we can impact the world by spreading our affection for the landscape that we've carried within us since we were born. And so there's no need for fences. We need only respect and awareness, and the kind of reverence reserved for the wisest and eldest of us. Because we are the keepers. What is beauty? Beauty is our responsibility.
So good morning, everyone. It is 11:03 here a.m. in Parma time. I'm very glad to lead this segment, which is dedicated to understanding how to build a price list. You know, how to set your prices, especially during this era of post lockdown, according to where we are in the world. And also in order to understanding the mechanism which are helpful to build our menu and our prices. So basically, what I want to do here, it is establish how is going to work this segment. It is to me it's a pleasure, as I said, but it is also important that we have a conversation, guys, because it's not in only one way that we can understand and learn. So I'm going to ask you guys to be present in the chat, or even if you want, you can absolutely, and you are more than welcome to talk directly, okay? You are allowed to talk. At the moment, very transparently, we have only one person connected, and it shows up in the screen like Anna. So I don't know, Anna. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I don't know where.
Good afternoon. I'm from Romania, Cluj. Romania,
From where?
Pennsylvania. Romania.
Oh, okay. Thank you for being with us. So what I want to do is sharing with you some thoughts before going into, let's say, into the mechanism. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen again. Okay, here we go, and I'm going to take this. Okay, so basically, so this is what we need to consider when we build our price list. I mean, some of the things that for sure they are really important, really important to be considered. Okay, so basically, what is the daily objective? Means Actually, I'm gonna share the screen in a different manner. Okay, give me just a second because I think it's more
Of
important.
course.
It's more important. Here, here, and I'm going to share the screen in this manner. And it is like this. Okay, so now you should see my presentation. Okay. So basically, every day, right? Our salon has costs, right?
Yes.
So when we open the door, basically, even if we don't open the door, but let's say when we open the door of the salon, we do have costs. Okay. Now, how much are there? How much? I don't know. Let's say, just let's pretend that I'm going to try to build the something here like, okay, the cost of the salon, okay? Costs of the salon.
These are fixed costs that
Yes.
Do not vary.
Exactly. Cost of the salon. They are to be considered two types of costs. I would say fixed, okay, fixed costs and variable costs. All right. Now, these two things, they are basically absolutely connected. I mean, they are basically creating a kind of objective, okay, which is basically we need to make sure that every day we reach a specific amount of money to cover the cost, correct?
Yes.
Now, there is I mean, what would you consider in the fixed cost?
The rent for the space.
Okay, I'm gonna write it down. Okay, so let's see what is. Oh no, I made a mistake. So you say the rent. Okay, very good. What else?
The cost for maintaining the space, like picking up the garbage and security for the space, those kind of costs.
So you say, wait. So security. So all the
amenities. I think
Sorry?
amenities is amenities. I think is the word.
Okay, amenities. What else?
Costs for the business, like
The accountant, you're saying?
Yes, the accountant.
Accountant, bank. What else?
I'm writing down also, so.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Fixed costs. Um, do you think that for the energy and water, those are not fixed costs, those are variable, that depends on how much we work, right?
Yeah, let's say you
So,
use water and electricity. I mean, part of the electricity you use either way if you have to, you know.
yes,
But anyway, I would say in theory they are variable. But
yeah. Um, can think of other fixed costs.
hmm, let me ask you this: do you have any employee?
Right now, I don't have employees. I sublend in a salon.
So basically, you have boot renter, or you have
Uh,
people coming in your salon. They pay you a rent,
it's not
or
my
you are.
salon, it's somebody else's
Okay,
salon,
okay.
and I'm
Oh,
subletting the space to work for
okay,
now.
got it. Yeah, yeah. You're basically a boot renter. So you have your
Yes,
own. You have a chair inside of another salon. Okay, so
exactly.
in in that case, I have to say we need to start again from the scratch, and
Well,
I tell you the reason why. Yeah.
okay.
Now tell me.
I'm thinking about opening my own salon, but I'm gonna wait until things. I don't know
Yeah,
if they ever will come back to normal, but they find another normal. So I'm waiting for
yeah.
everything
Uh,
to settle before I do that.
yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we are all wishing that everything is gonna, you know, is gonna be somehow fixed, at least from a healthy standpoint. When this is gonna happen, for sure, we will need a little bit of reinventing, you know, but for sure, you're gonna get your own salon if you
Yes,
want. That's it.
yeah.
Yes. I
I'm
I wish that for
working
you.
towards that. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so Anna, because in
So
this moment, yeah, no, no, it's
if you want, we can go with on the premises that I have my own salon. We can continue like this, or we can continue in
okay.
another way. However,
No,
you
the reason why I'm saying it would change a little bit the things is because, okay, if you understand the logic, then you can apply the logic in either way.
exactly. So I think
However, yeah,
we should keep on this track because there are particularities regarding the way things work from country to country, and in Romania
yeah,
we don't. Uh, there are very few salons that actually pay salary. Most
yeah,
of us work either by subletting or from percent of
commission, yes,
profit,
commissions, yeah,
commissions,
mhm,
without
yeah,
a fixed salary. There are
yeah, yeah,
very few salons that actually offer fixed salaries. So I think we should continue on this path because there are things that I might better understand than trying to explain how things work here and how they work in other countries. Is that
yeah,
okay
yeah,
with
yeah,
you?
absolutely. Okay, so basically, okay, we have rent, amenities, accountant, bank. Okay, let's try to feel the variable costs. What are the variable costs? We
So
said
that
before, water, right? Electricity. What else?
products,
Okay. Yeah, what else?
if I have employees and I pay them with commissions, then the commissions.
Mm, well, but let me ask you this. If they don't do anything, do you pay the commission?
No.
But the commission is a cost, or it simply is, you know, when you have an income. So now what I want to try to say, the commission is not a cost.
Okay. It's
Why I'm saying is not a cost.
I don't know. I'm waiting for your answer.
Okay, so let's pretend if I'm a stylist, okay, and I don't know, I have 40% of commission. Let's say 50% of commission, just to make it easy, okay. So I mean, there are two ways to approach to that. Let's say if I'm not doing any hair, you basically don't need to give me anything, correct?
Yes. If you don't work, you don't get paid.
Yeah, but the point is, if I'm producing, it's not. It basically, in the meantime, I'm producing.
I understand. So it's actually a cost from the money that comes in. It's not a cost that it's regardless of.
Exactly. Exactly that the point. So, I mean, it's not that if I'm doing here, of course I need electricity, right? So, which is a cost, but
even if you're not doing, you need electricity and it's water, and you have to have products on.
Yeah. So it is a little bit. I mean, it's tricky approach. I mean, we can consider a cost if we want,
but it's not fixed and not variable. It's like some. It's a cost depending on inflow.
Yeah. So let's say I'm gonna write it down. However, it is a bit tricky. This okay. So commissions. Okay, commissions, which is a percentage on top of what they do, right? Now, anything else?
I think if we pay part like taxes for the government, they are part of a percent of the money that comes in, of the inflow. So that would also be considered variable cost. Because if you pay in tax, like, I don't know, 3% of whatever you generate, then it is variable.
Wait a second. Taxes. When you say taxes, okay, are you talking about, okay, so let's say, I'm going to write down some numbers here, okay? 100,000 euro, okay? I made 100,000 euro of income, total income, okay? Then, for example, in Italy, we have what is called VAT. You know what it is?
It's like a tax that you pay for having a business.
No,
for making money from.
It's basically when you buy whatever. I'm gonna buy.
Yeah, it's. I understand. It's TVA. We have it here.
Yeah.
It's
So
tax on value added.
exactly that. That tax is a value-added tax. Okay. So basically, when you have in your, you know, in your turnover is 100,000 euro, for example. Okay. In the reality, it's not 100,000. You know that.
Yes, it's
Because you need
minus
to pay. What is the percentage in your country?
19%.
19. Okay. So basically, what is gonna remaining, it is not 100,000, but is uh, wait a second. It is 81,000. Okay.
Let's go
remaining.
let's go with 20, so it's gonna be easier to.
Okay, let's go with 20, but it doesn't change that much. You know, it is.
It's just gonna be easier for us to do the math.
Okay. Quindi it is 100, not really, diviso 1.20. It is 83, no, because it remaining, it's 83,333,33. Okay, this is what is remaining when you remove the VAT.
Yes.
Okay, so this is already a tax, but it's not the taxes you was you was talking about, correct?
Yes, it's another tax. So
yeah, because
we also have to pay tax on profit.
Yes, wait. Now you have to deduct costs from these 83,000 is what it is your turnover excluded the VAT. Okay. Now, if you have costs, right, like rent, electricity, products, and so on, okay. Can you follow me?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So let's pretend that in your city, I'm just guessing, okay? Numbers are really fantasy number. Okay. Let's say that in your case, you have 50,000 euro to deduct, you know, between all the expenses, all the costs you have. Okay. Now, what is remaining? It is 33,000.
Yes.
Okay. But still, you need to pay tax on top of that.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Which I don't know in your country what it is the percentage.
I think it's 3%.
3%?
Yes, 3% of everything you make, everything you put on the register.
Yeah.
And on top of that, there is another, I think, 16% tax for profit, but it varies. 16.
16.
16% for income, and 3% for income, and 16% for profit. Profit tax.
Okay, so basically you need to 3% plus 16.
Yes, but it's different. So you pay 3% of everything you make, but not profit. Everything, every penny that actually comes through your salon.
Okay, wait. So you're basically saying that you pay taxes, 3% is on top of 83,000.
About the VAT, I'm not sure how that because we have two types of businesses here in Romania. One is pays VAT, and the other does not pay VAT. The difference is the one that does not pay VAT makes under, I think, 30,000 a month in our money in lei. But I'm not sure. It's something I have to talk over with an accountant to see everything. But I know there are two types of taxes. So first of all, we have to pay, if we don't have any employees, we have to pay 3% of everything we type down. We give cash register for.
Okay.
If we have employees, then it's 1%. And on
Okay.
top
So
of that, after deducing everything, every cost, everything, we have profit. And from that profit, we pay another 16%.
Okay. So what I want to say, basically, okay, there are, every country has different.
Yes, every country.
And that's, it's okay. So basically what we are trying to do now, it is, okay, so how can I build my price list based on all of these variables? You know, as you can see, it's not that easy because
there are a lot of them.
Yeah, there are a lot of situations. Now, what I want to do now, it is a little bit the different approach. Because here is the point. If we say that 50,000 is what is the cost of the salon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
We should build the price list based on this cost.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so now what I want to do is changing a little bit the things, which is basically, okay, give me a second to remove some stuff away. So let's pretend that you have let me ask you this. In your idea, in your mind, would you like to have a salon with the employees, or would you like to have a salon with people who rent the chair?
I would like to have a salon with employees because I think having employees would give me more of a control on the direction I want my salon to go, on keeping the concept, the brand more together. Having spaces to rent out, it's like everybody's going to do their own business. It's not the salon's business. It's just people working together in one space. I would prefer employees.
Very good. Very, very good. Now I'm going to share something with you, okay? I completely agree with you. I mean, when you have employees, you always can give them some benefits if they produce more and so on. Mm-hmm. However, they need to follow your direction. When you rent a chair to somebody else, basically he can do whatever he likes to do.
Exactly.
Correct?
Exactly.
Okay. So now what I want to show you is this, which is really, really important, okay? To share the screen, but a different screen. So give me a second again.
Cred că da, vezi acolo jos în dulapul ăla. Acolo la mine jos în dulapul.
Okay, where is the screen? Okay. Share the screen. Desktop 2. Share, just a second. And share this. Can you see the white presentation?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, because that is the real, that is the main focus of today. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's imagine, okay, that an hair salon, it stays open 10 hours. Okay.
Okay.
Now, maybe they are too much, or we don't, I mean, in this moment is just an example, just to make it
Yes, yes,
easy.
of course.
Okay. And I mean, let's pretend that during the day, you or your staff, you know, you can have many columns as this one. You know, if you have employees, right? If you have employees, you might have, I don't know, column number 1, column number 2, column number 3, and so on, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
This is
But
basically
this is
the
the agenda.
occupation
Very good.
percentage.
Very good. Okay, now, so let's pretend that this is one person agenda. Okay, one person agenda. Now, during the day, I mean, there are some days that you literally work through all day long. You know, you may be on Saturday, you enter in the salon, you have your agenda is completely filled of people, you know. But other days, maybe you have empty spaces in between one appointment to the other one, okay? Which is quite, I mean, quite easy that happens, right?
Yes, it's normal.
Okay. Yeah. So in this case, as in the example I'm showing to you, these guys or this lady here has a few appointments. One is haircut and blow dry. The other one is color, haircut and blow dry. The other one is color, blow dry. Then the other one is only blow dry. The other one is flamboyant, haircut and blow dry. Now, what's going to happen here is that if we put all of this time that you did work together, you know, if we get these, let's say, if we could compress.
I understand. It's actually il grado di occupabilità. I think it's in Italian, which is actually how profitable am I today.
Very good. You are super cool. Super good.
So today I'm 70% profitable.
Productivity. Productivity.
From 100% or 10 hours, I actually produce 70% of the time. 30% of the time I do not produce.
Very good. Now, here is one critical point. So basically, how many available hours do you have to make money?
Let's say 8 hours a day is actually the normal amount of working hours. Let's say 8 hours a day. From those 8 hours, how much we actually work is less than 8 hours.
Very good. Okay, so let's take the example of 10 hours because it's easy to make calculations.
Easier, yes.
Okay? Yeah, no, but it's correct what you're saying. So basically, if this situation that you see on the screen is, for example, my salon, okay, right? The cost of the hours, it should be earned in 7 hours and not in 10.
Yes.
Because I mean, I can't make any money if there is nobody sat on my chair.
Exactly.
All right. Now, here is the point. That we need to understand that you basically need, let's say, basically we do have what is called you know, before we were talking about, this is an example, okay? Again, don't think about the numbers here. Just take the concept, okay? So what we were doing before, we were listing the cost of fixed cost and variable cost. You remember?
Yes, yes.
Now, unfortunately, I mean, it's not wrong and it's not right and wrong. It's only a different approach to how to calculate the opportunity we have to create a price list. So now, if I know that, no, actually, I need to show you something else before, because this is an example, okay? This is an example of cost of the salon. It is based on a real Italian salon, and maybe some indication, you know, some topics are not the same in your country.
Yes.
Okay, but quite similar, I would say. So for example, the first row here is about good purchasing. Okay, this one. So products. Okay. Then of course, I don't know, I mean, but we also have delivery, you know, we pay for products delivery and so on. Then we have electricity, then we have water, then we have all the equipments to work, advertisement and communication. This is a business consulting, insurance. Again, business consulting, because one, it could be an external consulting, or the other one is the usual one. Then there are some disposable things, you know, for example, paper towels or whatever. Then we have telephone. Then we have general and administrative expenses. Then INAIL is the insurance, workers' insurance. Then we have bank and commissions, you know, and charges from bank. Then we have also training, you know, because you want to be updated, right? You don't want to stay back. So you want to be updated. So you need to invest money during the year for that. And then you have this area here is about leasing, rent, the rent of the space, you know. So then, and one is the lease, and the other one the condominium, the condo expense. Then you have to consider, I mean, here when we think about the owner, usually a owner is somebody who is working more than an employee, correct?
Exactly.
because not only is doing here on the client, but also is
doing everything else.
Yeah, he has to do all the bank, all the, you know, everything that is connected to the business, which means it takes a few hours a week, correct?
Of course.
We say 20% of the time of the owner is dedicated to the business, and 80% of the time of the owner is dedicated to doing hair. Okay. Then we have what is called depreciation. So basically, the furniture, everything that you are deducting from the taxes, right? But maybe it comes in not in a single year, maybe in 4 or 5 years and so on. Then you have inventories. At the end of the year, the amount of product that you have a stock, your product stock, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And here you have different type of taxes, city taxes or registration tax, stamps, and so on. So these are
Mm-hmm.
maybe these you don't have in your country,
Yes,
but
those are different, and a few from the primary might or might not be. Like
yeah,
business
exactly.
consulting, not everybody
Exactly.
hires one.
Exactly. And you might have, I don't know, maybe if you open your own salon, you might have a low one, and so you have some interest for covering that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, so we have been through all the cost. Now, this is what we call indirect cost. Indirect cost. Can you see on top here?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, take them in mind, okay? Take them in
Mm-hmm.
mind. Now, and then we have the direct cost, which are basically, direct costs are basically the labor, you know, the cost of the labor. Means your own cost, mean when you work on top of client, you should have a salary, right?
Yes.
At the end of the month, you do want to earn some money, correct?
Well, that's the point.
Okay, so basically, the labor cost. Okay, so I'm going back to this example here. The labor cost is a percentage on top of the whole cost of the salon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which in the case that is shown in the slide here, it is basically 39% of the
Yes.
total costs. Okay?
Yes.
You
Yes.
follow?
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
so
following.
for example, if we do have no, let me say,
If we have a
when you have,
service that
yes,
costs 100 whatever, 100
yeah,
something, from that
mhm,
100 that we that 100 money that we take from we receive from our customer, 61% of them, so 61 money, is actually the indirect cost, which is everything that we have to pay to ensure we can open the door and work in legally and safety.
Very good. Don't forget that you need to remove the VAT before. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If your salon is earning €100 for a service, remember, it's not really €100.
It's not
It's
100
€83.
euro. Okay,
It's
I understand.
€83 because
So
you need to give to the government the 19%, correct?
Yes.
So which means in your case, if you have €100, it's €84 that you need to use as a calculation. Okay. Now, from these €84, let me write it down here so we can 84 euros here, right? 61% is based coming from they need to cover let's say 61% is indirect cost, 39 are direct, is the cost of the manpower. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
However, here is the point. This is valid only if you are busy, more or less, between 65 and 70% of your time.
Yes.
Because if your agenda, okay, let me get out from here. If your agenda is not, if you're not working around 65, more or less 65% is already a good percentage, okay, 70%, 65%, but you're working less.
Then it's not, what
Yeah.
I make is not going to cover the indirect costs, and it's not going to cover actually what I have to pay daily.
Exactly.
It's
very good.
the daily
So
cost.
What I'm trying to say here, now I'm going to share something else. I'm going back to the other slide. Okay, so give me a second. So it is really important that that's the two. Okay, you should see the gray slide. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so basically what I was trying to explain to you is when you want to build your own price list, you need to start to think about, okay, objective of productivity that you called what was your word before? Not productivity, but it was efficiency. No. Okay, I will do this productivity percentage of time. So it means how much time
Gradul de ocupabilitate.
Bravissimo, bravissimo. Okay, this is the percentage of the time which you are busy doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's pretend that we fix on 65%. Okay.
Yes.
Which is good. Between 65-70% is good. I never seen any salon going upward, going more than 70%. And the reason why I'm saying, because also during the day you have to clean, right? You have to reset everything.
And
so
you cannot be busy 100%. I think there was a study made which said that the best we can do is actually about 80%, because more than 80% is, if we have more than 80%, it's not going to be sustainable on the long term, because it's going to physically and emotionally tire the epuizat.
Correct.
To tire the people.
But already 80% is really, really high. Really,
yes,
really high.
That's the maximum.
Exactly. So I have to say that based on my experience, I visited many salons. I followed many, the business of many salons. If a salon is doing 65, 70%, is already doing good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you might say, okay, I'm gonna do 70%. My objective is 70%. Okay. So then you need to have the cost of the manpower, total cost, okay? Mm-hmm. And you know that the manpower, based on, of course, you need to have your own calculation, you can't use my percentage, because the percentage here,
yes.
I understand. Based on an example, okay?
This is just a formula, so I'm going to have to put in the numbers myself and calculate.
So, but let's take again the numbers I do have here just for an example. So if the manpower cost is in our case, as my example, which was 39%, okay, then what you need to do is a calculation of increase costs. Why? Because you need to add to the manpower cost 61%. Because 39 is only one piece of the cost. The rest of the cost, they need to be spread into this manpower cost. So it's like, so the calculation, it would be like,
so
basically.
let me ask you something. Let's say I have a salon which is open 10 hours a day for 5 days a week.
10 hours a day, 5 hours, yeah.
Just making a small numbers. I have 10 days, 10 hours a day, 5 days a week, which means 50 hours per week, which is 200 hours, give or take, in 1 month. If my monthly cost of keeping the door open is, let's say, 2,000, then I make 2,000 reduced, I don't know what the word is,
increased
to 50. And if I do
exactly,
if I do 2,000 increase or 50, that gives me the hourly cost, right?
Yes, basically yes. I'm going to share the screen with I got an example of calculation here. So it's, but I think you got the point. I think you got the point exactly. Here, give me a second. Again, desktop 2. Okay, don't think about it. It's in Italian, this file here, but I'm going to explain exactly step by step. Okay, basically, so these two numbers here, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, 33,000 and 42,000 are the cost of the salary of the owner and the salary of the employees. Okay. Now, so totally it is 75,000. So, okay, get it?
Yes.
Good. Now, let me cancel this. The other cost means the list of the costs I showed you before, you know, rent, bank, accountant, and so on, are basically 119,000.
So the costs for opening the door and being there ready to work, paying the salary is 1,904, 71.
That is the total cost of the salon.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Which is basically created by indirect cost and manpower cost.
Yes. And everything over this sum is profit.
No, I mean, now, no, wait.
Not everything, because
no. Just okay, follow this. Okay, so basically the total cost of the salon is 194,000.
Uh-huh.
Okay, the total cost,
Yes.
okay, which is made from these two numbers here,
Yes.
correct?
Because the indirect, the direct costs are thing which would be the salary. Let's call them
Exactly.
direct costs.
Very good. Very good. Stay there, okay? Stay there now. I'm going to show you something more. Now, how can I, if you're working, I don't know, 5 hours, 50% of your time or 60% of your time, or 70%, in the example we are looking for, I calculated 70% of the time, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how can, I mean, in order to spread the cost, the indirect cost, they need to added proportionally to the labor cost.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have the client, when you can make this money back only if you have the client in your salon, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so this is the calculation to create this number. So basically you are taking the labor cost here,
Mm-hmm.
and the indirect cost here. So it is 75,000 divided one. Sorry, the last one is incorrect. Let me. Wait a moment. I made a mistake in drawing. So basically you have 75,000 here and 194,000 here. Okay, so basically you need to divide 75,000 divided 194.
Okay.
Now, when you got the results, you multiply that times 100 and you got the percentage, which is in my case 39%.
Mm-hmm.
So now I know that my manpower is 39% of the total cost and 61 is indirect costs.
Okay, that's great. Love
Okay.
this formula. Mm-hmm.
Now, it's not finished. Stay there.
Mm-hmm.
I need to clear all the drawings. Okay, now what we need to do it is basically let's say that the calculation of the number of the hours that you was saying. Okay, how many hours we do have every month? I don't know, 200 hours. I don't know, whatever. I'm gonna probably can see better here with a second, Okay, so yeah, okay, here we go. Look at this. So if you now have this one is the easiest one. If you have, this is our hourly cost of the owner and the employees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now every hour of my salon, it costs 41 euro.
Mm-hmm.
Now, but wait a moment, every hour, I'm saying if I work 8 hours a day,
Yes, but
But
every hour in 100% profitable, in 100% occupation rate, which is not possible.
exactly. And that's
So
why we need to increase, you know, we need to see, can you see here these 70?
yes,
Okay, so means that you need to take 41 euro divided 70 and multiplied 100.
which is cost per hourly actually worked, actually that actually produces.
Exactly. Very good, Anna. You are great. So basically, the real cost is not 41 euro, but it's 58 euro.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now the point is, we know that 58 euro is only the cost of the workers, included myself. Okay, included myself and my employee. Per every hour, this is the cost. Now, however, you remember that this one, okay, the cake.
Mm-hmm.
This is only 39% of the cost. But we need to add the 61%. We need to increase these costs that we were talking about with the 61%, which means every hour it costs 58 euro just of manpower. 59, I just make it rounded here, the number. 59 euro is our cost.
Mm-hmm.
Divided 61, which is the other part of the cake, right?
Yes,
And that cost.
the cost indiretti.
Bravissima. Times 100. As a result, you got that the cost is now 96 euro per hour.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 96 euro per hour means that if you divide for 60 minutes that you have in an hour, the total cost is 161.
Yes.
Okay, 161. But in this example, we were calculating for 3.5 people working.
Mm-hmm.
So which means 161 divided 3.5 stylist, and the result is 0.46 per minute.
Okay, so that's the cost per minute for every stylist that's in the salon for
Good.
10 hours a day.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, in my example, was 10 hours a day. Yes. So
Yes,
basically,
they are 10 hours a day and are working about 7.
yeah, it is very, very good. Anna, you are brilliant. So basically now,
Thank you.
no, seriously, I'm serious. It's not that easy to follow this stuff. So basically now, if I'm planning to do a service, I don't know, whatever it is, an
A
haircut,
cut, a simple cut.
simple haircut, which is taking 30 minutes.
Well, it's
I
gonna
know.
take an hour with wash and everything. So
Okay.
calculated for the whole service, you give a client 1 hour.
Yeah. Okay. So that means that you need to calculate 0.46 euro times 60 minutes.
Yes.
And you got your price, and everything is paid. Okay. When in my example here, all the products are paid. Everything is already paid.
Mm-hmm. So that's
Okay.
0.46
Yeah.
or multiplied by 60 minutes, which gives us the hourly cost for
Yes.
that service, for that price. But if we increase that price by, let's say, 10%, that gives us a 10% profit, or from that profit we actually have to pay something more?
No, exactly that's the point. You can decide how much margin you want on top of that. 10%, 15%.
Okay,
And that's
so
it.
everything you add from that 0.46 or multiplied by 60, everything you percentagely add is profit, just profit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
Remember, you also needed to add the VAT, because these numbers here are excluded VAT. Okay,
I have
everything
to,
is excluded.
yeah, I have to see about the legislation here and how that's paid, and exactly the way we have to pay taxes in Romania. So that's something I have to see to make sure I calculate all this correctly.
Yes, of course. I mean, it is. I mean, it's unfortunately, you know, country by country there are some differences. It is impossible to have an example that fit everyone. But to me, was more important to understand the logic behind.
Yes.
And,
No, that's really interesting, because I always tend to calculate the other way around. Just make the costs of the service, and then just keep on doing minuses, minus that. But going the other way around actually is more fixed, I think is the word. You actually know where you're starting from. It's not like calculating, okay, what am I going to do this month? It's actually what I want to do this month. So by calculating this way, I know exactly where I'm going. It's not a surprise at the end of the month.
Exactly. So I hope this is something that at least is providing you another vision of how, okay, how can I calculate, so
if everybody would actually start calculating and start thinking about costs and owning a salon this way, I don't think about 20% of them would ever go through with opening a business.
Well, I mean, opening a business, running a business is it's not easy, but however, and that's the reason why so many people are scared. However, if you prepare yourself in advance, as you are doing, you're gonna get your own rewards. I'm sure.
Well, here's to making things, doing things
consciously, yes.
Not just going with the flow.
Yeah. Very good, very good. I'm very impressed, because I tell you, this is not my first time that I'm trying to explain in a short time this concept, and you really nailed that. Congratulations. So
thank you. Well, I hope restrictions are going to settle down and things will go back to some kind of normal. I've been meaning to come and visit Parma and Davines village. I was actually planning on coming this June, but everything got canceled. Wow. So here's to hoping for next year, and maybe we'll have the opportunity to see each other.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I wish. Thank
you very much.
Your participation. If you have any further question, you can reach me out, Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So it's quite easy to be connected. Okay.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate everything that you and your colleagues at Davines have been doing in this time. It's been, I've just recently went with Davines. I've been working with another product since about last year. In I think in December I took the leap and moved to Davines. It's been incredible to have the opportunity to learn in such a short time so much about these products and about the way they work, and more than just products, actually about how to build a business and how to be profitable. So I really do appreciate everything you have been doing there. So big thank you to you and your colleagues for that.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate. We will pass the word. All the best. I wish you a wonderful continuation of the day, but we will keep in touch soon.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao.